celebration here in the city of New Orleans, and we are just outside of the French Quarter at the Superdome. Glad you're with us. It's Blake Groupie to get this one started, and off we go here in New Orleans. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Good job there. Pretty simple. The hole was created. Runner just darted right through.
Yeah, that's the kind of play teams are looking for to have some success early in a ball game. If you're an offensive play caller, you mark that run down. Make sure you keep coming back to it throughout the game until they stop it.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Penix working out of the gun here. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and a couple. Robinson up the middle. 20, down to the 10, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Bijan Robinson with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Good.
They begin on the ground with Guerendo. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. And they've played well against the pass. Currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
Here's Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
From the gun, here's Fields. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now fourth down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is fielded at the 27. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. To the air, Penix. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. So nothing doing there, and it's second down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Penix. That's complete to Mooney. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice game for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And that is incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
2nd and 10. Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun. And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On third down, Penix from the gun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Looking to throw, Penix. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That coach is always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
Back to the ground with Robinson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And looking to throw, Penix. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. Koo knocks this one through the post. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
Saints nothing.
Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the middle with Garindo. They'll take this to the 46. The Saints have 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 34-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
At the 34-yard line.
To throw is Fields. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Fields now to throw. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Falcons are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the 1st half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
He talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. They'll throw with Penix. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's out right at the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st. A play fake. Now Penix. And incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Robinson, he'll try the left side. And this will be a Falcons 1st down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line.
It's a gain of 10. And the Falcons 1st down.
Now Penix. And he will find his man on the outside. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defense.
Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
Now it's Fields. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up second and 5.
Back to throw. Fields. Here's Johnson with a reception. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Juwan Johnson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Saints have got it back to within a score. Groupie able to add the PAT. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now 2nd and 3. They're going to look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's a nice job right there. Get the ball out to the perimeter, get it to your guy in space. And he's just going to take this, turn upfield, and turn it into a big play in 1st and goal.
Robinson. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Penix. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons will extend their lead here just before halftime. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Fields. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think can absorb that contact.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Fields. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar, and they will not cut into that 10-point lead.
Yeah, it's been a disappointing first half for them, all things considered, and this can serve as the capper. It's a missed field goal in the late going, and that's only going to serve to lessen the mood even further.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. 1 second, all that remains. They'll throw now on the final play. That's out wide here for Robinson. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Saints 7.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A 10-point game, 17-7 the score as we get back to it on EA Sports. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Second down and 4. Fields changing the play. Another try for Garindo. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On third down, it's Garindo. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. It's fourth down.
On fourth down, Fields. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a two-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
And he'll get it inside the 35.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's a 2nd and 7. This pass is caught by London. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. That one goes for 24 yards. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They'll run this one right with Robinson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up third down. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Entering accessibility screen, you have 19 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Penix. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring it down. 4th down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. Koo knocks this one through the post, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Fields. Looking right side here, and that's complete. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Handoff here, Guerrero. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
This a 2nd and 8. From the 50, here's Fields. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here's Fields. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Fields eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Fields. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. A point after, good by Groupie. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. To the air, Penix. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Here we go, son. Easy.
Here's Garendo on first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback operate, and try and find some targets in the open field downfield.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He completes it to Olave. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch him drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On the give, it's Garendo. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
A shotgun snap, Fields. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the fourth quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
It's 4th down.
It's got to have it time. 4th and 9.
Here we go. Hey.
They snap it to Fields. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And the Falcons are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. That is now seven interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. Another run on second down, trying to cover up.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Throw left side. There's London. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That first down going to be enough to write a finish to this one. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
I just love how they're going about trying to finish off this game. This is not an offense that's going to go into its shell. They're going to keep exploiting weaknesses where they see them. And that's a huge pickup there with the game in the balance.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to throw again. Here's Penix. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. Koo knocks this one through the post. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.